So today's job, we have 2018 BMW M5 in for a coolant leak. So it seems to be coming from this expansion bottle, water bottle, coolant bottle, whatever you want to call it. Just burst at the seams there. So just as close to the exhausts, turbos, everything, a lot of heat going around it, so plastic gets very, very brittle, and a lot of BMW parts are plastic. So I just have to be very careful not to break anything, especially this cover. This cover is about £1,100 on its own, so that's very, well, it's carbon fibre, but it feels very flimsy, so we'll be very careful with that. Yeah, I'll set it down and we'll get that off, and yeah, get started. Thankfully that came off, no issues. So we have 2 bolts there, a couple of wee pipes, wee return pipes with wee tiny clips on them. Be careful not to lose any of that, and you can just that's pretty much it. It's just right beside the ECU fuel lines. This one seems pretty rigid, so I've just tied it up as well, not putting too much tension on it, but just out of the road. Hopefully you can give me enough room to get it out. And then the last pipe is down there. Let's see, I'm maybe going to put a wee bit of plastic bag over these connections for, well, I think it's the ECU, just to make sure no water gets in there, messes anything up. So yeah, on to the next step. So far actually not too bad. I've got a couple of a wee bung in that wee pipe, and a wee bung in here, just to try and stop sort of any water coming out of there over any other components. But I want to try and lose as little of coolant as possible, and then we are allowed to actually bring this up quite high, which is good, so we can get at this connection here. Yeah, actually not too bad. So let's see, let's get this last one off. So that's us, that's it out. Actually pretty handy. You can see sort of split around the main seam. Focus too well. Yeah, just sort of caused a wee mess. We've got a good wee bit of coolant kept salvaged. It's greeny coolant. There we go. And so not too much of a mess. I think and it was spotted quite early, so a couple of splashes here and there. So we're gonna clean it all up as best as we can, just to stop any sort of corrosion on any of the aluminium, anything like that. Yeah, just keep everything right. There's our new coolant expansion bottle. You can see the seams actually straight away are quite noticeably closer together. Like, there is a wee gap, but let's say compared to our old ones, which are big gaps in them. Stupid, like, I don't know why BMWs do this plastic parts in a very, very warm engine bay. And I'd say this part was very expensive, and it doesn't even come with a coolant bottle lid. Might have to take her old one. I don't think it does anyway. Let's check the box. Nope. That's extra. So, lovely. Good job, BMW. I'll get it swapped over and back into the bay. So, got it cleaned up a wee bit, as best as we can. Just sort of nicer knowing that it's clean in there, as little residue as possible. Let's get the coolant bottle back in. I'm gonna try something. I've seen a lot of people doing it. I want to see if it'll work for me. There we go. New one in, all plumbed up, all filled up. That's the coolant that we managed to save. Start her up, let it run for a wee while. Get any air bubbles out of it, get it up to temperature, just make sure everything's good, check for leaks. Yeah, absolutely love the cockpit of this. It's beautiful. Start her up. Nice. Someday. That's everything on again. A very expensive engine cover. That is lovely piece. It's such a big engine. It's all hidden pretty well. I'll just let that run for a wee minute. Let it warm up. Job done. So, thought I would do maybe a bit of an update from the last video. I've obviously moved into a bigger unit, bigger shed than the last video. It just came up at a brilliant price, and I actually started on my own full time now, as opposed to the last video I was working for somebody. Yeah, I just took the jump and went for it. But the last video you would have seen this Mark 4 Golf. We picked it up cheap. There was a reason why it was cheap, but little did we know just further down the line why it was so cheap. It actually overheated and just wouldn't hold any coolant, started pissing it out down the chassis rail. Just as soon as you get on the boost, it was just emptying it out. So actually a bit of an update from the last video. I had done bits and pieces and I drove it, done the injector seals, done the clutch, done the flywheel, tidied it all up, all new suspension, new shocks, new wishbones, springs, got it through MOT, and I actually sold it to a friend of mine. And again, little did I know that it had this issue. I drove it every day for maybe 60-mile round trip every day. It's just one of them things. But so we're currently currently got the engine out. We have another engine there. So that is another PD 130. And we have the old engine here, just freshly out. It did try and put PD 150 stronger head studs into it, torque it down, just to see if that helped any, but it didn't. It just still done the same. Damage was already done. So yeah, this is no longer my car. This is a friend's car. We're in this unit together as well, so sort of evening times, any sort of chance we get working on this trying to get it back on the road, back to new, but do want to, once this engine's out, power hose all this crap. May as well, why not? So yeah, I'll try and keep updated on this car. This is one of mine as well. This is actually a parts car for a wee van that I bought, a wee caddy van. So maybe a couple of videos will have engine conversion from the van being a SDI to converted to a TDI. We have Touran front end conversion if we want to do it. We have upgraded mirrors, seats, back seats. There's a lot of stuff that you can use for this, for the caddy van. This is my project car, E30 BMW. Currently getting a V8. Well, I wouldn't say currently, it's been in there for a long time, but that's been a lot of years in the making. I just don't get the time to work on it. This is another car that sort of just doesn't get much time to be worked on. This is another friend's. This is his Ford Sierra. Had it, I'd say maybe 13 years now. I actually painted this silver, or sorry, it was silver, and I painted it black about 10 years ago. Just currently doing a underneath refresh, all sanded down, all rust primered, rust painted over the top, sealed, all the suspension sandblasted, powder coated, painted, new lines, just a refresh. But again, it's just a sort of slow sort of progress. You'll see sort of videos on it come up, I'm sure. But yeah, this is the new. All this crap is out of the old shed, just sat there. I'm doing an office here with a bit of storage up above here, but that's again another project. I say with quite a few cars in the workshop at the minute. Hopefully all these will be gone by the end of today. That's the caddy van that will be getting possibly an engine transplant and a wee makeover at a video at a time. This thing is 770 horsepower, just over 770 horsepower, and it is an absolute beast. It's an absolute animal of a thing. I can't describe it. The only way I can describe it is it's like a bloody roller coaster. Your heart, your stomach goes up, your heart goes down, or whatever way it goes. It's just something else. Honestly, crazy. Hope to see it about a bit more. Have another friend that has another M5, exactly the same. Horsepower figures are different, so hopefully we'll get it into another video. We're gonna have a couple of nice cars coming up. One other friend bought a Ferrari Challenge Rally. Other ones Audi S5, Mark II Escort, M2s, M3s. A couple of nice cars about. So hopefully we can get a bit of content, get a bit of bit of fun in them. So we're moving up slowly, but we're moving up.